going to the vet to get his vaccination. And he's in the taxi cab because we don't... Oh, Aiden. Aiden's in the little carrier. He went right in today. He didn't even hesitate. In fact, I opened the carrier door and Aiden scooted right in there so easily. And he's sitting on one of the piano pads that I'm going to give to... Yes, there you go, Aiden. Yeah. Oh, poor Aiden is not happy right now. He's going to the vet. What's going on, Mom? I'm in the cab. I'm in the cab now. What is this?
I have a 6 cat.
You have 6 cats?
At the street, not the home.
In your house?
No, not the house. It's somewhere. It's in...
Poor Aiden, that's not...
Every day I give it food.
Oh, it's somebody else's cat? Is it stray cats?
It's at the street.
Oh, they're stray. They're feral cats?
Small.
Where do they live? Where do...
4 baby and 2 mother and mother.
Aiden!
Every morning I give it
like
food.
You feed the cat? Hi, Aiden. Hi, Putty. You like to be in the cab? No, he doesn't want to be in the cab. That little Putty cat. Oh, Mama. Oh, look at that baby cat. What a pretty face. What? What's this, Mom? I didn't bargain for this one. I told you I was just going to sit in my carrier all day. Where are you taking me, Mom? What? So we'll be at Dr. Nicolaisen. He's going to take a look at you, Aiden. Minus all your fur balls that we took off today. That's the sounds of Fresno. This is the last week in Fresno. Sounds of Fresno.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're out of here. We're out of here. We're almost down where Aiden's going to be going to his doctor's appointment today. Right, Aiden? Talk to me, Aiden. Talk to me, Putty. What's going on with all those noises, Mom? Oh, Aiden. Okay, here we are at Dr. Nicolaisen's vet office, and they're playing classical music. Can you believe this in a vet's office? It's an orchestrated version of a nocturne. And this is a really cute office where Aiden is perched down in his little carrier. Hi, Aiden. You waiting nicely? Look at that pretty cat. He's waiting nicely. He's calm because he hears the piano music here. And look at these beautiful pictures in the vet's office. What, Aiden? You don't want to wait in the carrier? Well, you have to do that, sweetie. What a beautiful old-fashioned office with wood paneling. Doesn't feel like one of those, 21st century kind of anesthetic atmosphere. Oh, look at the pretty wall coverings and pictures. Uh-oh, we're not doing classical music anymore. What happened to Chopin? Maybe that is classical. It's arrangements with orchestra. Oh, look at that picture. Isn't this a great place to come for vaccination? Wait till you meet the doctor. He is so sweet. He's been in Fresno for decades. It's a very personal kind of place for a cat to feel very comfortable and happy. Looking a little bit over the counter. I'm waiting for someone to come to the counter because I'm right on time for my appointment. Oh, look at that lamp. The lamp has little kitties on it. I'm doing a video for my cat. What's this one's name? What's your name? Are you the doctor's kitty?
That is Sherbert.
Sherbert. What a perfect name. It matches a sherbet ice. What is it? Ices? Or sherbet? Or sherberts?
Sherbert.
It's supposed to be like eat sherbet.
Orange sherbet?
Yeah,
Orange sherbet.
that's why. He's seeing Aiden. You want to see Aiden? Here's the other issue I was going to ask you about. She's asking about his microchipping. Now, all I know is when my daughter got him from SPCA in the Bay Area, he must have been microchipped. It was 8 years ago. Were they microchipping 8 years ago?
Yeah.
SPCA?
Uh-huh.
So he would have been microchipped with her information when she was living in Berkeley.
Okay.
Now, I have no idea how to reach code him for this lady's address. She gave me...
What I recommend is that this be done through the SPCA.
I got to go over there.
And, well, it's just because I could spend a half an hour telling you the history of microchipping.
Yeah.
The last that
put you on my video.
Okay.
Because I'm doing a YouTube on him.
The last that we thought of doing the microchipping, we had a dog from the Guide Dogs for the Blind that came in.
Okay.
And the Guide Dogs for the Blind do not recommend chipping.
Why?
And because nobody knows what's going to happen to this little piece of metal.
That's what I don't want to put another
but
chip
why
in.
don't you chip babies, you know? And
I don't want him
chip
chipped
people?
then.
Why don't you chip all
You know, I was
patients?
thinking of that. I don't want anything stuck in my cat.
So far, we don't know that there's any major problems.
It could be in the
But there
future.
were 2 companies that were putting out chips.
That harmed the cat?
And they had a different, you needed a different scanner for each one. They were on a different
No. You know what?
frequency.
This is turning me off.
And so well, this is why I said if you're going to have it done by the SPCA, who they are the ones who would scan.
All they have to do is scan what he has on there now, right?
Well, but what if the scanner they're using doesn't pick up one of the
I
chips?
don't want another chip in his body.
Well, that's what you'd have to do. I don't know.
Well, let me ask you, do you recommend that you stick that in the cat?
Maybe they can. You'd have to call them and find
Recode the chip?
Recoding the chip. And see, I have no idea.
And I couldn't find out on the... Oh, they'd have to scan him.
Well, just you call up and ask if they can recode.
Oh, because if they can't...
And then they would say, fine, if there's a chip in there, yeah, we can recode it.
But what if they say we have to stick something in the 8-year-old cat?
Well, then you have to decide whether
what do you
you're gonna
recommend,
do that.
Dr. Nicholas?
And it's an iffy...
I don't like it.
kind
I
of
don't want
thing.
my cat having a thing stuck in
As I
his
say,
body.
the guide dogs...
Is there a way you could tell if he has it
the
now?
guide for the guide dogs for the blind, they do not recommend chipping.
And reason being that it affects those
They
guide
don't-
dogs.
They don't know. If you think of anybody would want their dogs chipped, it would be guide dogs.
Because they could get lost.
And there were a lot of problems to begin with.
There was?
They had chips that migrated all over. And
What do you mean by migrate? You mean they went out of their neck to their other parts of their body?
Oh yeah, they could. Oh yeah, sure.
That's horrible.
And anything in your body, if you had a screw in
So
your body.
whose idea was this to do this?
Well, no, it's and I supposedly it's all working. And
Because the scanning wasn't being picked up by some of them.
for 2 years, the SPCA would not scan. They didn't have a scanner. And then they finally got a scanner, but it only picked up one frequency, but not the other. So now they have a scanner, I think, that picks up 2 frequencies. And because there's 2 frequencies that are still out there all over everywhere.
So that was the issue. The issue was that you couldn't always tell. Like some of the cat got lost, you couldn't get the information.
Right.
Do you what I do is I have a tag on him with my current phone number.
That's the ideal.
And that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-tag him at
That's
Whitey's.
the ideal thing, is to have something on there that has your name,
And
your
he
phone
can't
number.
choke on that or anything because he's an indoor cat.
And normally, yeah, that wouldn't be a problem.
You know what, Dr. Glyson, I prefer going with the tag than having him invaded by any more surgery. Oh, so now we're hearing Vivaldi the Seasons in this office, so we're back to the pure music, the pure Vivaldi. Bum bum ba bum bum bing bum 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 bum.
Yes, Johnny Cat.
Johnny Cat, let's write that
It
down.
has the least...
It doesn't have that kick up of all the dust
no,
you could breathe.
It has the least of any.
Johnny Cat. I'll remember my son's name, John. Johnny Cat. This cat is something else. We're so sad about it. I hope he does okay. I have 3 pianos, and 1 piano is going to a new owner, so he knows that piano. So he'll sit at the piano.
You got 3 pianos?
I have 3 pianos, 2 Steinways and a
Really?
gorgeous console. Yeah, Maria's my student.
I've got 4.
What do you have?
Pianos.
Well, what do you have?
I have a Steinway Duo Art
Oh, Duo Art. Somebody had one here.
player piano,
Yeah, of course.
which is fantastic. And hang on.
No wonder you play nice music
I
here.
think John Broadwood,
Oh, the original Broadwood from Beethoven's days?
Beethoven's days.
Where'd you get the Broadwood?
And this is from an antique store.
Where? Which one?
Probably.
Downtown? The Tower?
This probably would have been 40 years ago.
I know where you might have got it.
There-
Was
there
that,
was-
who
there
is
was-
that guy who used to sell the old pianos here? You know who I'm talking about? That old fella?
This was a store that pianos weren't their thing. They're just antiques. And,
Broadwood. And does it play?
and it's a rosewood, and
Does it actually play?
It just needs to be restored.
I gotta hear that
So,
piano. What else do you got?
And then two of the digital.
Oh, what kind of digital do you
Yamaha.
have? Yamaha Arias? Do you have a
And,
console? Or you have
I
a
don't know
portable?
One is a black,
Okay.
kind of a
Clavinova?
a grand shaped
Then you have.
Clavinova. Yeah.
You have.
Well,
No,
they're
you
both,
have.
They're both Clavinovas.
You must have that whatchamacallit, the disc clavier.
Yeah,
You have the
right.
disc. You got some.
Oh,
You've got
they're-
some expensive stuff.
They're heavy duty. Yeah.
Wow, I'm
think
impressed.
that-
No wonder Marie goes to you,
So.
because she's a musician. She's my student for many years. I think it was the
think
7th
if,
year, right, when she was with me.
I had not been a veterinarian, I probably would have been an itinerant piano player in
Oh, wow.
Nevada,
Look at that pretty cat.
playing classical ragtime.
What do you recommend for his teeth? Because, you know, he does chew on the... Is it enough to chew on the dry food?
Well, that's where you
I don't know what to do with that part of it.
you have some tartar and that sort of thing, but
Yeah.
not much in the way of periodontal disease.
Yeah.
And what we've found is that most of the cats and dogs that are on solid gold,
Because it's chewy.
that the dental problems have almost disappeared.
He's been on it about 2 years now.
Okay, so that's the key to having good teeth.
After I put this on YouTube, everyone's going to go out and get solid gold. Okay, endorsement for solid gold. Aiden's a solid gold cat. I ought to get him an agent.
Okay.
He's about 8 years old. Does he seem like he's 8 years old? Can you tell if
Yeah,
he's
he
8?
looks, huh?
And how do you tell if he's 8? I know he is 8.
For me, it would be more just looking at his teeth.
Oh, his teeth. He's getting a shot. And he didn't even mind. Look at that cat.
Good cat.
Any recommendations in terms of his transfer to the new owner?
Just love and
She's
good
just like
food
me.
and-
She's a
and,
musician, and you know he's going to be around piano again.
he looks like he'll fit in really well. He looks socialized and
Yeah, because the students come in and out, and he sits in their laps.
So,
He's very socialized.
yeah. So
He looks like a kitten. He has a
Wanna go
kitten.
back, kid.
You know, he actually went in. Look at this. Is that normal?
Well, usually here they want to go home, so they hop in.
But even from my house, he went as soon as I opened it. He's never taken very much in a carrier. So how would you rank my cat on a 1 to 10 scale?
No reason he shouldn't live to be probably. He could be up in the 15 to 20 year range.
You know, my other one went to 17.
Yeah, and I would say if he was on regular dog food, that I'd give him maybe 10 to 15 years at the most.
Yeah.
And with a solid gold, you got a good chance of going 15 to 20.
I'm telling you, his coat changed. Remember that I brought him in? He was so lethargic. I was worried about him because we were giving him the dry food. We didn't know we should even give him wet food. We were giving him junky dry food.
There's some kind of a nature.
We were giving him
nature
Trader
something.
Joe's dry food, which isn't very good, to be honest with you.
No, the solid gold is. There's no question. It's.
And then we went over to the puppy store. What's
the
that?
best
The
out there.
doghouse is
Yeah,
where we get
doghouse.
it. There's another place that has it on nearby. There's one other place that
Well,
has it.
their Pet Extreme has it now.
Yeah.
Whitey's has it now. Pet
Whitey's has it now?
But they only have a few,
Yeah.
and they usually charge more than the doghouse.
The doghouse charges about $12, 11 something.
So I think the pet stores are charging more, but
Really? We got it slightly cheaper. It was down by this way, a little bit off the beaten path. We found the store, and they charged about $1 less.
oh, okay.
It wasn't a very high-class store, you know. He was on his way home from Dr. Nicolaisen. Say hi, Aiden. Say hi, Putty. Oh, it's funny being in the cab again. This is not weird. This is strange, Mom.
21 picked up 4904 North.
Oh, what a pretty face. Look at that pretty cat. He got all his shots today. Oh, look at that baby face.
15, did you pick up?
You'd be glad to get home, Aiden. You know, I've got a sample of special solid golds for you. Special food. Actually, you get the purple bag. You say you're getting the gold solid gold. You get the purple one. The lamb. He's getting chicken today. He's going to get a treat when he gets home. Ooh, he's licking his little chops there. Oh, look at that baby cat. Look at that baby cat. Oh, look at him. All right, Aiden was to be home. Well, there's the cab that took Aiden to the vet because we have only one car now because we're moving. We sold the one car. Now here's all the stuff here blocking up my front door, in front of my front door. Stuff is, Ambets is coming for today because we had our yard sale and, well, we still have things left here. You can see that gorgeous table. I don't know why that didn't sell. Those nice chairs, and there's an aerobic rider, and so high-five rig here, and there it is. Guess the Ambets haven't come yet. You could see that there's just tons of stuff here blocking out the area. See if I can zoom back out. There you can see it now. This is all in front of my door ready to be picked up, and the house is just a shambles. Aiden's getting a reward. Look at those pile of cartons here. He's in the midst of a mess here. He got solid gold chicken and rice. That's what Dr. Eliason gave us. He usually gets the purple solid gold, which is lamb. You could see that. This is great food. I'm not advertising it, but I just know my cat started getting energy and started looking beautiful after he started eating solid gold. That's what Dr. Nicolaisen had recommended 2 years ago for us. Aiden loves it. This is a new one for him, though. He hasn't had the chicken. He gets the wet food, but he doesn't hadn't tried the dry food. Like that, Aiden? Indigo. Holistic cat food. Yes, Aiden. Yummy in the tummy. Oh, Mama, that's so good after all I went through this morning. Good job, Aiden. Say hi, Aiden. Aiden! Say hi, honey. Say hi, Aiden. Oh, Mama, I'm eating now. Yummy in the tummy. Aiden, are you going back in the carrier? Huh? You like your carrier? You want going back in the carrier? You want to go back to the doctor, Aiden? Oh, Aiden, you silly goose. No, when he heard the word doctor, he came right back out.